Hello and welcome back. My name is Gabby. I'm the English teacher here at Options for Youth Moreno Valley. This is English 12B, Unit 7, Check for Understanding, Alternative Assessment or Review, whatever you want to call it. Same sections, same thing as Units 1 through 6. So Unit 7, Check for Understanding. The first things first, you're going to identify the vocab terms that best fit in the blank in the following sentence. Since I did it for Unit 6, I am not going to keep doing it for the rest of them, but read it out loud. Put the words in the blanks. See what it sounds like, see if that sounds right. So I'm going to read it out loud though for you, but I'm just going to say blank instead of the word. So, holding their $1,000 bonus checks up high, Patricia's coworkers cheered the illusion of blank from CEO Robinson. In the midst of the cheering, Patricia protested out in a blank voice as she explained that the checks they received came from slashing the quality and costs of their worker benefits. The cheers quickly transformed into seething stares at CEO Robinson. So, is it A, tumult and diffusive? Is it B, munificence, indignant? Or C, brink and obscure? 12. Patricia's revelation of truth soon ensued a blank of protests and thrown office supplies. The desire for destruction and pandemonium was blank in the office air. So A, tumult and diffusive, B, munificence and obscure, and then C, obscure and brink. So that's just the vocab for Unit 7. Next we go into grammar. So grammar, I did talk about active voice and passive voice and verb tenses at the beginning of Unit 7, so hopefully that helped a little bit. Which of the following sentences displays active voice? So A, this gorgeous painting of dolphins swimming in the ocean was painted by Sir Patrick Malteve. B, every book was organized and curated thoroughly by the librarian over there. C, those kinds of cold cases are investigated with the help of the Federal Investigation Unit. Or D, Dr. Franklin prescribed rest and hot tea for Steve's cold. 4, in which sentence are the verb tenses used correctly? I prefaced this last time. I have a hard time sometimes not correcting these when I read them out loud, so read them really carefully. A, the robber hid the stolen goods in a warehouse and to keep a low profile at a nearby bar. B, Samantha is studying for her Spanish test, but her brother played video games loudly. C, tomorrow I will be calibrating the generator's fuel pumps and soldering the connective points. Or D, Norman hacked the security software and is keeping an eye on file downloads. Number 5, general concept review. In many 19th century novels, works such as Charles Dickens tended to have what element in it often? A, utilized highly elevated elitist language. B, tended to critique social issues. C, heavy use of flash forward. Or D, simple plot structure. If you've had me read to you before, you also know that I will read the questions before reading the passage, because that's how I work. I need to know what I'm looking for while I'm reading. So how many in-stopped lines does our poem contain? 4, 6, 9, or 12? Number 7, how does the stanza structure clarify the central meaning of the poem? A, the first stanza speaks of an old man resting and reflecting. The second stanza is about the old man's desire for a better position in society. B, the first stanza is the decayed, dried out fossils of deceased creature, and the second stanza is about the earth rage at our civilized destruction of nature. C, the first stanza is an ode and praise to earth, and the second stanza encourages the readers to focus their love on higher things. Or D, the first stanza is about a young person relaxing on the beach during break, and the second stanza is about the young adult's lament of the adult responsibilities facing him or her in the near future. That one looks like you just have to make sure you can summarize effectively. 8, judging from the details and the mood of the poem, choose the statement that best expresses the theme. So remember, theme is the lesson that you learned. It is about, it's kind of what the author wants you to learn through reading their piece. So A, life is meaningless and worthless as nothing matters once we reach the end of our lives. B, beauty and youth are fleeting moments, so flaunt your looks and live it up to the fullest. C, enjoy the earth's beauty and live an intentional, worthy life, as one day we will return to home and into earth and the afterlife. Or D, the best way to gain in the ranks of industry and work is through hard work while you're still young and energetic. 9, what is the best tone of the poem? Best describes the best tone? What best describes the tone of the poem? A, cynical. So, like, crotchety and like questions everything and doesn't like things usually. Uplifting, so positive. C is dispassionate, so like apathetic, doesn't care about anything. And D is humorous, so funny. 10, which line from the poem uses the word in quotations as figurative language? So figurative language, remember I have a video of that on the miscellaneous if you need help with that. A, such is life's trial as old earth smiles and knows. B, the white breast of the sea lark twitters sweet. C, that is the doctrine, simple, ancient, and true. And then D, if you loved only what were worth your love. And then that's it. So let me go read this passage for you. Oh, good gigantic smile o'er the brown old earth this autumn morning, how he sets his bones to bask in the sun and thrust out knees and feet, for the ripple to run over in its mirth, listening the while where on heaps of stones the white breast of the sea lark twitters sweet. That is the doctrine, simple, ancient, true. Such is life's trial as old earth smiles and knows. If you loved only what were worth your love, love were clear gain, and wholly well for you. Make the low nature better by your throes. Give earth yourself up, go up for gain above. And there you go. As soon as you're done with that, you're done with Unit 7. If you need help, let me know and I can help you. Remember, you can always set up an additional appointment if you need more time.